aeroplane mode. All of you have used the washroom so that you don't have an urge to get up. Okay. So I would like to tell you that normally, is it ever possible for us to have an empty mind? No. We always have thoughts, isn't it? So you will have thoughts even when you lie here to do the exercise. But watch the thoughts like you're watching a movie. Don't engage in the thoughts. Okay? So when you go to the cinema, you watch a movie, there is the villain fighting with the hero. You don't jump on the stage and start fighting with him. Okay? You are just watching. Similarly, when your thoughts come while doing the exercise, you are not to engage with them. You know, कि उसने मुझे आज सुबह से बोला, क्यों बोला, मैं भी उसको वापस बोलूंगी. No, you don't have to engage with them. That's it. Let the thought come and go. Okay? Don't entertain them by trying to negotiate them. Then, of course, the instructions will be in my voice. There will be, your eyes will be closed, so you can relax and don't worry about the surroundings, because the whole purpose is that you get to relax. Also, do not worry if you fall asleep, but try not to fall asleep. Okay, that's why we're doing it before lunch. So, I think we need you to be distributed in such a manner that you can move a little to the front. Okay. Okay. Where will your head go? Just one more. You need space. That's why I said one or two can come there. Just when you lie down. So all of you can now lie down. Yes, all of you can now lie down. You can come here. 2 or 3 can come here. Remember that the most powerful energy that we have now is the planet Earth, which is exerting gravity. Okay? So the most powerful energy which we have now is the planet Earth, which has a very powerful energy, which is gravity. So please, the head also has to be, you have to be a bit down, yeah, otherwise you will sprain your head. So please allow your body to rest its weight on that powerful energy source, which is gravity. Let gravity overtake your body and let your body be rested fully on the ground. The weight of your body should be on the ground. Now slowly take your hands away from your body to 30 degrees laterally, 30 degrees only, not 90 degrees. So just the palms should be facing up and open. The palms should be facing up. Last person, yes. So palms should be facing up and open and relaxed. Now we will close our eyes. Very good. So just try to get comfortable in this position so that you are not going to be distracted. It's okay to feel itchy. It's okay to, if you can't bear it, lift your hand and scratch your nose. Because, just when we try doing yoga, the most difficult thing is to lie without any movements. Okay? So try to do, if it becomes unbearable, you can, of course, scratch your nose or your head or wherever. So remember, now we will get you to relax a bit more. Okay? Slowly inhale and exhale through the mouth. Ha! Slowly Slowly inhale and exhale through the mouth. Slowly inhale and exhale through the mouth. Slowly inhale and exhale. Now, each one of you will try to gather one sankalpa or one very light idea or one very light motivation, whatever. It may be that, I am going to relax and go back and study, or I'm going to relax and be happy and have fun today with my friends. So any one idea which for basic humanity in yoga is an idea which neither hurts oneself. It's very important that the idea you have does not hurt yourself or hurt any other organism, human or non-human. So whatever idea you are taking in should be an idea for mutual happiness, not hurting yourself nor the other. If we have gathered such an idea, we will move to the next phase of Yoga Nidra, which is body part awareness. First, we do the right side of the body and then the left side of the body. Slowly bring your awareness and your breath to focus on the right thumb. Just focus and relax your right thumb. You have to relax it. So to relax it, sometimes you may stretch it and then relax it also. The breathing has to be slow. Now you relax your pointing finger on the right, the middle finger of the right, the ring finger of the right, the pinky finger of the right. Now you relax your right hand, the front and back of it. We then relax, breathing very slowly, the forearm, the front and back of the forearm on the right. We then relax our right elbow, the front and the back, the right arm and upper arm. Try not to move the part, just feel it relax. We now relax the right armpit, the right shoulder, front and back, the right chest, front and back. Breathing slowly. the right trunk, front and back, the right hip, front and back, the right thigh, front and back, the right knee, front and back, the right leg, calf, front and back, the right ankle, just visualize your ankle, front and back, the right foot, upper and lower, the toes of the right foot, all the toes, the great toe and the little toes. We now bring our awareness to the left hand. We relax the left thumb, the left pointing finger, the left middle finger, the left ring finger, the left pinky. Then relax the left palm and the back, the left wrist, the left forearm, the left elbow, the left arm, the left shoulder, the left armpit, the left chest, front and back, the left trunk, front and back, the left hip, front and back, the left thigh, front and back, the left leg, calf, front and back, the left foot, upper and lower, the great toe and all the sweet small toes. We now move our awareness to our neck, the neck which supports the head and the brain. We relax the neck completely, always holding the weight of your head. Let it relax. The chin, the right side of your face, the right side of your forehead, the left side of your forehead, the left side of your face, your nose, your left ear, your right ear, the back of your head which is touching the ground, back of your head which is touching the ground. And we then move to the highest point of our body, which is the vertex or the point of your head on the top. Be aware fully that certain points of your body are touching the earth. the back of your head, both your shoulder blades, your buttocks, and your ankles are touching the ground. Let the weight be on the ground. Now, all you have to do is breathe in very slowly, hold for a few seconds, and breathe out through your nostrils very slowly. Remember, the breathe in, if it is of 4 counts, the holding of breath should be of 6 counts, and the exhalation should be of 8 counts, so that all the impure air is exhaled out. So breathe in, hold, exhale. Breathe in, hold, exhale. Breathe in, hold, exhale. Breathe in, hold, exhale. Do this for a few times on your own. Now that you're aware of your breath, the breath is what keeps us going. You are now aware of your breath. Slowly shift your awareness to the sounds around you. Do not open your eyes. Shift your awareness to the sounds around you. So along with your breath, you are now aware of the minutest sound around you. Now bring your awareness back to your breath. Only inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale. Now bring your awareness to any sensation which you feel. It may be the fan fluttering your clothes. It may be just the touching of the body on the floor. Any sensation that you feel. Bring your awareness to that sensation. bring back your awareness to just your breath. Slowly breathing to comfort yourself. The breath must comfort you. Now we move to the next stage where you will bring your awareness to an area between your eyebrows without opening your eyes. Bring your awareness to either the front of your eyes, just above, that is your eyebrows, or inside your head, behind your eyebrows. Bring your thoughts and visualize. We as humans have a gift of visualization. We can visualize anything. Visualize those things which make you happy. The laughter of a child, your mother's smile, going to the mosque and praying, going to the church and hearing the church bells ring, going to the temple with fragrant flowers, any form of thought which gives you happiness, seeing a big bright sunflower, stars, chirping birds, singing happily, a peacock shouting because of rain, a peacock dancing in the rain with its feathers spread out, dolphins chattering and skipping through the water, green forests with the breeze in them. Experience the breeze of the trees and the green forests and the pure air. The sea and its waves, the sound of the sea. These are just examples. There could be many more things that give you individual happiness. Just think of those things and visualize them in front of your eyes. These things which give you happiness will also relax you. Keep your eyes closed. While visualizing, breathe slowly. If you have visualized all the things that give you happiness, now bring back your awareness to your breath. Breathe in slowly and breathe out slowly in a relaxed manner. Move your awareness now to both your feet again. Both your feet. Then move your awareness to the front of your legs. To the front of your legs. Move your awareness to both your knees. Move your awareness to your thighs. Move your awareness to your pelvis and hip, the front. Move your awareness to your abdomen, front. Move your awareness to your chest. Move your awareness to both your palms, the front. Move your awareness to both your forearms, front. Move your awareness to both your hands, the arms, front. Now move your awareness to your neck, to the face, to the top of your head. Release the pressure from the top of your head. The back of your head, the neck, back. The shoulders, back. The spine and the trunk, back. Both your arms at the back, both the forearms at the back, both the palms at the back, both your buttocks at the back, both your thighs at the back, both your calves, both your feet. Your body is now relaxed. Remember that whenever exhausted, the simple exercise can help you regenerate. Focus back onto your breath. Loosen your body further. Now, bring both your hands together in front of your chest. Rub them together. Rub them together. Warm your palms. Nicely warm. Press them against your eyes. Press the palm against your eyes. Palm against your eyes. Lightly. Bring your hands down. Turn to your preferred side for getting up. Do not get up straight. Turn to your side, any side. Put one hand on the floor and the other hand beside you and get up slowly. So this was the end of the practice. How many of you all slept during this? Oh my! So that means you were probably sleep deprived also. So sometimes you do sleep in this, but most of the times you get up feeling relaxed and fresh. Okay. So this is the best thing to do, especially when you're not able to get up in the morning. Because when you do this in bed, just as you're getting up, you don't want to get out. Your mother is screeching that get out, and you don't want to get up. So you can just do this whole exercise. So preparation is essentially just relaxing, then becoming aware of your breath, breathing first, breathing the relaxed breathing. That is, breathe in and breathe out through the mouth 5-6 times. If you get anxiety attack also, okay. So if you get an anxiety attack also, you can just do this, breathe in very slowly and breathe out through your mouth. 6-7 times your anxiety will go. How many of you all get anxiety? Yeah. So it's a very good exercise for anxiety. Then you have to take a sankalpa or an idea of whatever you want to be for that particular day. Then body part awareness. Okay. You have to think of each and every part of your body. How many times you think about the parts of your body? You hardly, You probably think about your face or, your hair or something. But you don't really think about your elbow or your... So you're just becoming aware of your body parts. Then breath awareness. Then feeling and sensation, hearing sounds. Here you were hearing the fan or maybe some sounds from outside. But sometimes if you're with nature, you may hear birds, you may hear good sounds. And then sensation, feeling the sensation. And then visualization. Visualization you all could do. You got pleasant visualization or you got horrible visualization? That's when you slept. So you should be able to see good things. So whenever you have a life experience, all of us are basically experiencing things from minute to minute, second to second. Whatever experiences are precious and happy, keep them with you for this process. Because that also helps you regenerate and relax. And then again you have to breathe, breath awareness, body part awareness. Then your hands together. You can't just get up like that. Okay? Your hands together, rub them so that a little bit of muscle strength is there. And then your eyes and then get up. Okay. So this is Yog Nidra. It's very simple. The same thing is done in CBT. But CBT has two components. It has a cognitive component. Okay, it has a behavioral component. So depending on the reason it is being done. So CBT is done for post-traumatic stress disorder. Many people have post-traumatic stress disorder, particularly in the times of uncertainty. Or in COVID times, people died. Many of our family members died. We were not prepared. So it leads PTSD happens. If somebody has gone out to the war and comes back from the war also, they have a lot of PTSD. Suddenly there is an untimely death of not a proper age. 30 years person died in the family. Then the mother, the sisters, brothers also can have stress. So CBTI can be done for them also. But that is requiring you to have a psychologist. Now, once you start doing this slowly on your own, you can do it on your own at home, the Yog Nidra. So there are YouTube videos which are there. So if you write YouTube video for Yog Nidra practice, the next 5 sessions you can do that. And after 5 you become an independent. So it's virtually very, very addicting because it gets you to relax. And actually with Yog Nidra, you don't feel sleepy also so much in the morning hours, but in the night you will sleep. How many of you keep a diary? Yeah, journal. So the other way to relax is to write a journal, and before you sleep you write your worries in the journal. So suppose you were not able to read chapter X today. Write down, I was unable to read it today, but I'm sure I will do it tomorrow. Don't keep thinking in your sleep that I didn't read, you will not get sleep. So it's called a worry diary and you have to maintain it so that you can prepare for the next day and then sleep. Any questions? Any questions?
Is it better when someone else is exercising? Can the results be
So that is why in the YouTube video when you do it, you can do it with the voice play. There are YouTube videos where the voice plays and you're just doing it.
You can like the research that you're doing.
No. So the first 5 sessions in our research were supervised like this, and then they did it on their own. So then you have to maintain it on your own, which becomes a habit. Some people are not able to do it. Some people are not able to do it. You can use the YouTube instructions.
Why does it happen that our mind get distracted even we are doing yoga during the
So that is the nature of the mind. You can't struggle with it. Don't even try to struggle with it. Like you think, I will control my thoughts. I will control my thoughts. More than thought. Okay? So you just leave it. It's like if somebody is doing some mischief, like a small child, you can ignore it. So that then generally children will do some mischief to get what? To get attention. So that thought of yours is also begging for attention. So if you interact with the thought and you start making stories out of the thought, okay? So she's sitting next to you, you think, why did she look at me that way? Maybe she doesn't like me. I will also not like her. Tomorrow I will not give her my lunch. So it becomes a story. Okay? So that is what the mind does. The mind is craving for existence. We exist because of our mind. So it's craving for existence. So in one way, if you are ignoring irrelevant processes, you will be able to focus on the more relevant ones, which is your studies or your helping your mom out, rather than engaging in all irrelevant messages that your mind is giving. It will, because mind is an absorbent. There are so many thoughts in this very room. We live in X, Y, and Z axis. There are many domains which we are not aware of. And the thought domain is a very powerful domain. The thought domain, you will see your thoughts change according to where you are. If you are in an institution, your thoughts will be about your studies. If you go to a disco, your thoughts will be about the disco. If you go to a mosque, your thoughts will be about prayer to the higher energy. So your thoughts vary according to your environment because many people in that area are having the same, probably the same thoughts. This is one hypothesis. Don't ever try controlling your thoughts. I also don't do it, but just let them go. That's one way to reduce them. If you start engaging in them, they make stories. The thoughts will generate stories. So a thing won't have happened, but you will create a full story out of it and you'll have an anxiety attack also.
why I keep changing the focus it's giving me
Because otherwise you will go to sleep.
giving me anxiety.
Changing the focus from here. So that if I just leave you like that, then most likely you're going to go to sleep. Because it's a very nice room, it's quiet, so you don't want to be in sleep, you want to be relaxed. But at the same time, you don't want to be anxious. You can do it naturally. So first you have to accept that you're doing it for anything to not produce anxiety, you have to have an acceptance, isn't it? Suppose you're doing a course here. If you're not accepting the course, suppose she's going to learn sleep medicine. She doesn't want to do sleep medicine, she's been forced to do it. She'll have more anxiety about it. But if she's mentally prepared, now I have to learn about sleep, the stages of sleep, the polysomnography, she'll be able to accept it better.
Can this focusing of thought which we are doing while we are moving at all in the long run can we just while we are performing something like while we are doing certain activities can we just focus on one thought and perform like controlling our thoughts when we are doing a particular
That's what happens when you study. When you study,
but there are
if you clearly if you look at your studies, okay? This is not my saying, it is my daughter. She is a psychiatrist. So she used to tell me when she studied in Hamdard, she did her MBBS in Hamdard. So she used to tell me that when she studies, she feels that she is meditating because her thought is only in that. So that was a form of meditation. For every meditation, you don't have to close your eyes and chant or do. Even the fact that you focus on your studies and your thoughts is on that process is a form of meditation. Have I answered you or not answered?
Now, someone starts crying while doing this, so is it normal or is it something like underlying anxiety or something?
So everybody has a different emotional state. Not all of us are in the same emotional state. And the emotional state may not be the same at every point of time, even for me. So generally, I'm a very positive person, but then sometimes you get into a negative. So you need not have, you don't have to feel embarrassed about it because all of us go through these emotional states. You just have to accept it. But you have to be aware of it. Suppose you're getting anger, you have to be aware you're getting angry. Just awareness is good enough.
But if someone is performing this yoga and then they are feeling anxious or like they are not feeling anxious, but if they are feeling like crying, so they want to.
You can cry. You can cry. People laugh also. People go into very deep laughter during this exercise.
Then तो फिर वो concentrate नहीं कर पाएंगे कि वो तो चाहेंगे तो
But you can't also, you can't even suppress your emotions. No? That's not good. Suppose you're in your room and you're just wanting to cry, cry. That also relaxes you. I don't know if you've observed it. Sometimes just crying relaxes you, sometimes just laughing relaxes you. So as long as you're in your own friend company, not in company of people who make fun of you or who mind that.
if someone has problems defining lines, so can it be performed in any other?
Ideally, it should not be done in prone. You can, if you're not able to lie, you can put a small, small towel beneath your legs. Because some people have back pain, so for them we tell them roll a towel and just put it below your knees, so that the knees are slightly bent. So that will help the backache people. So backache people will have a problem with
मैं पेशेंट को tinnitus
हाँ?
tinnitus का पेशेंट
Tinnitus.
मुझे डॉक्टर ने कहा कि आपको अडेप्ट करना है
हाँ.
मैंने क्या कि फैन पे चला देता हूँ फिर मैं सोता हूँ क्या जैसे लाइट कटती नहीं
So with the fan, the tinnitus gets suppressed, is it?
हाँ मैम जैसे उसकी आवाज़ आती रहती है तो मैं सोता हूँ
Okay, so you're masking your tinnitus with the fan sound. So that is what there are masking devices present for tinnitus. So those devices are worn in the ear, they mask the tinnitus sound and they generate another sound. So you're doing it with the fan, which is the sasta way of doing it.
लाइट गोज तो नींद खुल जाती
हाँ तो होगा, वो तो वैसे भी खुल जाती है सब. Not immediately, morning first will get up. अभी गर्मी है, फैन चला गया तो उठोगे नहीं उठोगे.
बट अगर ठंडा भी रहे तो शायद फैन पे सोए नहीं
You're doing your best, I can say.
मैम क्या ये योगा जो अभी आपने सिखाया क्या ये
I don't know if there's anything specific for tinnitus because that's not my area of specialization. I can find it. I have a student of mine who's now joined the yoga college, so I can find out from him. I'm not aware of it.
Now, if the thoughts are too negative, that you wear it in another positive ones during the whole process, then how to focus and how to overcome this?
So yes, there can be conditions because of our life experiences that we have probably not had any positive thought or positive experience. In which case, you will have to do a hypothetical scenario and get into the habit of doing it. So, you would have in your mind at least thought what gives you happiness. That's a different thing that general thoughts are negative. But in your mind, you would have thought, no, like, if I get this, I'll be happy. Or if I see this, I'll be happy. So you will have to generate those thoughts.
And how similar is insomnia patients will get results?
So we gave them 5 practice sessions which were supervised and then weekly sessions which were done for the next 3 months. After which they showed an improvement. So it's just about a week to 2 weeks. Some of them report a very early improvement, some of them take a month.
But empirically, how is the safety procedure when done at night? If it's sleep, it was done at morning.
No, this is not done in night. Yog Nidra, excuse me, I want to tell you, Yog Nidra is never done in the night. It is done empty stomach in the morning. So that it's working at various levels. It's working at thought level, it's working at relaxation level. Don't do it just before you sleep. Just before you sleep, you cannot just go on just thinking about every part of your body. Before you sleep, you can do shavasana. Just relaxation. That's it.
The instruction you were giving during the session is same for all, like if I am having PTSD or anxiety or other sort of
Yeah,
instruction is
so,
always the
so
same.
that's a very good question. So this is a very non-specific. It's not, Yoga Nidra is not targeted for anxiety or PTSD. You will have to talk to a psychiatrist to deal with that. It's not taking away the role of the doctor or the psychologist. If there is PTSD, if there is stress, you should seek professional help. The reason being, these professionals are trained to pull you out from that situation slowly. But if you remain there, then there can be negative effects to your life. So always seek professional help.
While practicing the visualization to ask. So it was a thing like I was able to think of things which made me happy, but then I was not able to clearly visualize them. And after some point, it was completely blank.
Yeah, so that's perfectly okay. I mean, this is just a trial
Yeah.
session. It's perfectly okay. There's nothing wrong in that. There's nothing wrong in anything. Okay. So maybe next time you'll be able to see the sunflower, or maybe next time whatever you see a bird or whatever, So it's you can visualize. You can also think. Um, so if you look at your thought process, we do have conscious thought process which we are aware of, but a huge amount of our beliefs and perceptions are in the subconscious realm, and the subconscious realm actually drives the conscious realm. So when you relax, you will be able to sometimes even touch the subconscious realm. So don't feel embarrassed if you're not able to see it.
From now. Actually, we had one Malaysian delegate at SVT, few months back only, and he introduced us with the imagery technique, imagery exercise technique. So it was somewhat similar. Please enlighten me how it is different than
So in
yoga.
CBTI also, you have visual imaging. You have body part relaxation, visual imaging. The processes are the same. Okay. Now visual imagery is again the same, that you visualize things, and certain psychotherapists and psychiatrists, they will do regression, particularly in post-traumatic stress disorder, as well as you heard of past life regression. So many people who believe in past life, they do the psychotherapist does a past life regression, where they kind of go into a state where they are made to probably recollect whether they are true or imaginary. We don't know. It's a therapy. So when they imagine, okay, so for example, I'll give an example. There is this person who has whose brother was killed by someone. Okay? And he goes to the psychotherapist. It's a true story, true incident, which because I did my post graduation from NIMHANS, and psychiatry is a big part of NIMHANS. So we used to have a 6 month psychiatry course. So the lady who does the past life regression, she was taking a class for us, and the patient, the video, we get to see the videos as a part of the training, and she took him into a past life regression. Now he recollected certain events which made it seem that there was something wrong which the brother had done and their family had done in the past life. And so, out of repentance, now, on whom it was done, that person does it on. Now, one doesn't know whether those events happened, but it is used as a form of therapy so that the person is able to forgive and get out of that state of, the bitterness, trauma of somebody killing his brother. So, past life regression therapy is what happens. Similarly, visual imagery is also something which you visualize. Now, you could say you are tricking my mind, or I mean, there are so many things we do. Okay. We drink, we may smoke, we may hang out with friends, we may spend our parents' money. This is the simplest, least expensive, easiest, non-harmful thing to do. To visualize something which makes you happy. What else? I mean, you're not paying anybody money for it. You're just feeling happy out of it. Okay?
suppose utilizing it for the sports athletes to train them
Yes.
for the
Yes.
virtually without exerting, without.
So visualization is a very good tool to move towards your goal. Okay? Visualization therapy is done to move towards your goal. So they say if you visualize, suppose she wants to visualize she's a doctor. So she wants to be a doctor. So one visualization therapy is that you just sit down, close your eyes and visualize the different stages and the different how you will wear a dress, how you will, and be a doctor. Okay? So not that you become a doctor just doing that, you have to study. Okay. But that's how you go on sit visualizing and then you say, Madam said visualize and you become a doctor. Not do that. So it's one of the things which is used towards improving your approach towards a goal. All sports medicine, the mind has a lot of role even in sports. The state of your mind can turn the team into being a winner or a loser. That has got nothing to do with yoga, brother. So just show you. I think we are done, yeah.
Whenever I practice this yoga, brother, in the whole life is quite related. I'm able to get the good thoughts. But after the end of session, like after 2 or 3 minutes, it's like my heart is quite heavy and I feel like all the sad experiences of my life. And sometimes I like feel cry a lot. And my blood pressure will rise and rise and rise and my body starts to shiver.
Have you been practicing regularly?
So no, due to this thing I'm not able.
That is strange.
Like now my heart is like and my body is like shivering. I don't know why.
So that means after that you will have to sit down and just do relax breathing for some time. Don't get into your worldly activities immediately. It can happen. And that is why they say that the first 5 sessions should be supervised.
Moment, is it, did it affect the sleep time and stuff or only the daytime?
Everything improved. The stage 3 sleep improved. The total sleep time improved. The sleep latency reduced. Yeah, we are done. Thank you. Thank you all. So try to do it with the YouTube and then you can do it.